Okay, I'm not going to show any leaks. I'm going to talk about the Spider-Man Brand New Day leak. And I'll tell you what it's making me think. After hearing Sadie Sink's voice in the Brand New Day trailer saying, "Stay out of my way or else it won't just be your friends who don't remember who Peter Parker is," everyone's now assuming that she's Shatra, this deep-cut villain. And I highly doubt it. I actually know who she really is going to be, and it's pretty obvious. Shatra is a shapeshifter, but the form that she takes the most often is Sharon Keller, this character right here. This is her in human form. Black, jet black hair. All right. Yeah, once again, jet black hair. As you see in this behind the scenes photo the paparazzi got from Brand New Day, she has red hair. So then they saw army fatigue pants under her jacket and started assuming that she's Punisher's sidekick, Rachel Cole Alves. I don't think she's that character either. Former Marine who becomes a vigilante after her husband is murdered. Sadie Sink is still practically a kid. She got to be like in her late teens. If she is in her early 20s, she still looks like she's in her late teens. Very young, innocent looking face. Unless they change the whole storyline. Shatra and Rachel Cole Alves is a little bit too much of a deep cut for such a pop Marvel superhero movie like Spider-Man. She's got all this PTSD from being a Marine and seeing her husband being killed, so she could relate to the PTSD that Frank Castle has, which, you know, that makes sense. They team up, but I don't see Sadie Sink being this scarred type of character, especially the way they had her look in the behind the scenes photo. I really think she's gonna be Jean Grey. For her to say, "Stay out of my way or it won't just be your friends who don't remember who Peter Parker is," what is she trying to do that he needs to stay out of her way? She's trying to fix these incursions that are happening. She's going to put him on to what's going on the same way Doctor Strange had to explain to Peter Parker what was going on with the multiverse. Doctor Strange is not around to do that this time around. She's going to be the one to explain to him there's something bigger at hand. And that's what's going to transition Spider-Man into possibly Doomsday. I don't think he's going to be in that, but definitely transitioning the end of Brand New Day into Secret Wars, which she's going to have a huge pivotal role. As we see here, often knows about multiversal threats through her powerful psychic connections, especially as the Phoenix Force allows her to sense reality shifts. She knows what's going on. Peter Parker's too caught up with the ground level day to day. That's why they got Tombstone and Scorpion. He's getting distracted by all of these street level fights, which we want to see him in, but she's going to zoom out his perspective and show him what the grander scale really is. She is the multiverse and the heart of all things. I keep doing research and seeing her referred to as Nexus Point. You mean to tell me somebody at Marvel did not see the waves that she made as this character in this scene that brought back Kate Bush's song to be #1 on the charts, because this was the most memorable scene of Stranger Things? And her doing this scene did not give somebody at Marvel, maybe even Kevin Feige, the idea, oh, that's the Dark Phoenix, red hair, she's getting that psychic overload. Dark Phoenix, let's prepare her for Secret Wars. If there's anybody that could take down Doom, it would be either the Dark Phoenix, Franklin Richards, who they already prepared, and then Molecule Man and the Beyonder, and maybe Loki. I see people saying that Shatra could connect to the Spider-Verse, but to be in Secret Wars, that would be such a small, quick role. To get one of the new rising stars that has blown up after Stranger Things, just for a passing role like that, mind you, that's a deep cut that the average viewer that's not into comic books is not going to know about. They can't do too many. It's going to throw audiences off. Jean Grey is well known. Anybody that grew up on X-Men in the 90s, anyone that's watched the recent X-Men 97, it's going to click right away. They're going to know. Jean Grey would be way more pivotal in the Secret Wars storyline than Shatra. She's probably so psychically in tune to the multiverse and everything going on because of the Dark Phoenix connection that she knows the mistake that Peter made with Doctor Strange, and she's pissed and annoyed. Peter's not going to realize that's why she's telling him to get out of her way, until they finally trust each other and she puts him on to what's really going on. Listen, man, I'm too good. I'm always going to give you that real vision, recluse vision. Stick with me. Follow, like, subscribe, all of that. Find me on the other platforms too. I can't mention them because they'll shadow ban. You already know. Till next time.